So, I'm finally doing another episode of Ramble On, and for some reason I skipped over January, probably because I didn't really have that much time. But it's February, it's midterm break, so I actually have a week of whatever. Although that mostly will probably be taken up by the big project, which one of my professors decided to give me during midterm break. Wonderful. It's better than doing it last week, though, where I had multiple exams. So yeah, so now I actually have some time to do some stuff, play some games, make a video or two, such as this. So currently, what I'm trying to do is make a review, actually, for a game, Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark. And, well, I'm having some issues with Premiere. Randomly decided to not import the video, only imports the audio for about 3/4 of the footage that I have of the game. So I can't actually import it, like the stuff that I need for the beginning of the video. And, well, I like to edit chronologically. So it's just like, oh, I do the beginning to the end as to not be confused, and I don't end up uploading a thing which is like, oh, the ending happens first. So yeah. Yeah. It's kind of shit. And I'm currently trying to render it through Handbrake. Well, encode it, not render. Although it's technically the same thing. For the second time, the first time I tried it, it did in fact import, but it looked like complete shit, because I just wanted to see if it would even work. And so I'm doing this for a 13-minute long clip, and then I have to do it for another about hour or so of footage, because there's bits inside of bits that I want. Yeah, and just putting it through Handbrake takes a while. So I then have to put it through Handbrake, then edit it together, then render it again, which is just unfortunate. This is just me bitching about Premiere and Handbrake and other stuff, because I tried to do it through VLC and Media Player Classic, which is just, there's a copy and save a copy feature in both of those. But with both of them, every time I went to do that for this specific video clip, they just crashed and just didn't save anything, which is very unfortunate. And then I tried Format Factory, which is kind of my go-to convert thing, but for videos, it likes to put the bitrate down to about 2% of what it was. So that just wasn't good enough. The video quality was just completely atrocious. It was even worse than Handbrake at minimum settings. So yeah, that's fairly unfortunate. But for some reason, the other footage, which I have recorded exact same way, exact same program, using Relive, AMD Relive, imports perfectly fine. It's just the audio's out of sync, which is just a thing that happens to me for some reason. Just everything I record, whether it's with DxTory, Relive, Shadowplay, the audio always gets out of sync, which kind of pisses me off. And then I have to put it through Handbrake to sync up the audio, because that magically works. I don't know how. That's mainly the reason why when I do these videos, there's no game audio. I just completely take it out, because it's more effort than what it's worth to me. So yeah. This isn't really Ramble On February. This is me bitching about Adobe, which I'm perfectly fine with that. Just 5 minutes or so of me just saying fuck Adobe, which I agree with that. I might switch to something else, possibly. I don't know. I wish I could afford another editing software. Being a student is fun. No, it's not. I have money, but I can't spend it because I have to pay for tuition. I just did a thumbs up because that's fucking great, isn't it? Fuck. I'm just gonna end this before I ramble on for another like half an hour. But that's the point of this, isn't it? Ramble on. I don't know. Well, hopefully that video review will be edited. I have most of it recorded already, like the audio. I just got to finish recording some bits and then chop it together, and it's done. Just got to render it. The script was done while I was recording and playing through the game to make sure, because I tried to do a game review before. It didn't work out. I just like when I was playing the game, was actually playing through it, I just wrote notes about it, and then I put the notes aside. I was like, yeah, I'll do up a script or whatever later. And I never got around to it, but by the time I was looking through my hard drive, I'm like, oh yeah, I have all this footage, I can do that. I'd completely forgotten about the game, and I couldn't really remember it too well, like certain key aspects of it. Which that was for Uber Soldier, which that game is a time. It's fucking it's like The Room pretty much, but a game, and that it's so bad that it's good. Unlike the game that I'm doing now, Rise of the Dark Spark, which is kind of, it's enjoyable, but it's also very mediocre, and there are parts of it that just make no sense with the plot. Although it's it's Transformers. But yeah, that's the sole reason I was ever interested in it, is that it's Transformers. So yeah. Anyways, as I was going to do before, I'm going to end this now so I don't ramble on for another half an hour. So hopefully I'll see you guys in that review in the next couple of days.